Glaucoma is, let me say, is like a step to blindness. Is the next step to blindness.
Before you talk about glaucoma, there are other eye diseases too. There is one called trishum, there is cataract, and also glaucoma. There are other eye illnesses too, or diseases, but these three are very, prominent, especially the last two I mentioned, cataract and glaucoma. It's not advised to put on glasses for a long time when that glass is unmedicated, because it could trigger something. So they injected me just a little bit lower, yes, about up to, I think it was up to 2 or 3 before they could get it. And again, I also understood that when they are giving you such things, there must be some level of alcohol in your system.
Welcome to William Viral Podcast. Want to thank you guys for watching, liking and subscribing to our channel. We promised you exciting, educative and informative, podcast episode. And today we are going to be looking at a very, very, very serious and, something that a lot of Nigerians are not aware. A lot of Nigerians, they carry this in the waka. They are not even aware till it gets to a point that they can't even help themselves. Today, your eyes is the window, or let me say, is the door to your vision, is the door to your body. And if your eye, anything happens to your eye, my brother, and all that. So today we are going to be looking at an eye condition that a lot of Nigerians, and I would say a lot of Africans, are not really informed about. And today we have a guest who is I won't say going through the condition. He has gone through it and he's managing it, and is somebody that is doing a lot of things in the society and in the public. But he's here today to inform us and tell us his experience, so that people who are in this condition, or people who don't have this condition, can be able to navigate their way around this. Today we have our guest. Our guest, can you introduce yourself?
All right, thank you very much. My name is Stephen Chooks. An entrepreneur and also a public person, public commentator and a community leader.
Okay. Glaucoma is, let me say, is like a step to blindness. Is the next step to blindness. A lot of blind people no be say then chook them something for eye, or then do them something, then they got blind, or then do them something for village, then they become blind. No. Some of them is a sickness, is a disease in the eye, or an eye condition that a lot of people, we see a lot of people working with this. You see a lot of people don't even know that maybe their eye condition, maybe as their eye, they scratch them or they do them, so they don't know saying a glaucoma, where you never know, where you never go hospital know. So my people, watch this video so that you'll be informed, and share, this video to everybody, so that people will know. Because if your eye get problem, it don't become problem. Oh. All right, Mr. Chooks. I know that you're not an eye doctor, but I want you to, what is glaucoma? Let us start from there.
Well, thank you very much once again, and thank you, our viewers. Well, to start with, before you talk about glaucoma, there are other eye diseases too. There is one called trishum, there is cataract, and also glaucoma. There are other eye illnesses too, or diseases, but these three are very, prominent, especially the last two I mentioned, cataract and glaucoma. And mine was cataract, yes, because the difference between cataract, there's a little difference between the two. In my own case, I think late 2015, I went for a training, a poultry farm training, or integrated farm training somewhere in Ibadan. And I spent normally the training is supposed to last for 1 week, but due to my inclination to the owner of the manager of the farm, and my key interest to know more, especially in poultry related area, I had to spend another 1 month bringing everything 6 to 6 weeks. Now, when I came back in 2015, I had an eye challenge. I was having blurry vision and I was feeling itching and things like that. I spoke to my boss who sent me for that training with the purpose, or for the purpose of setting up a farm, a poultry farm somewhere in Lagos, in Ikorodu to be precise. And I explained my condition to him. He immediately asked me to go for checkup. I went to see an eye doctor, a Catholic-owned hospital, if I'm to put it that way, somewhere in Munshi. And at the end of the day, I was attended to. I was even given glasses. And within some few weeks, I was better. So I started using that glasses. At some point, late 2016, 2017, 2018, yes, I used it. And at some point, you know, simply because I felt I was okay. And I guess that was where the whole thing started. I dropped the glasses and even when I dropped the glasses, I was feeling fine. I was okay and I was moving.
Let me stop you there. What did the doctor, the eye doctor, tell you was the reason for that itching and blurry?
Well, you know, normally when you go to hospitals, they ask you some diagnostic questions, you know, like history, your family history, and what you do, like your work, you know, and things like that. I told him that I was in poultry farming. I was into poultry farming, and you know, poultry farming entails coming in contact with dust. Yes, even though we wear nose mask, but you know, wearing nose mask, you don't wear anything on your eye to cover it. So he mentioned that could also be the reason, and also the nature of foods and things, if I expose myself under the sun and things like that, you know. But that was not the case at that moment.
He didn't mention any condition, like he didn't say that this is your eye condition, like
no. That was even what surprised me. He didn't say that. So, but he just asked me, like I said, diagnostic question, and then gave me, I was treated and I was fine, and I was given glasses and I was good to go. So that was it. So at that moment, there was no specific that maybe you had this or if this could happen. No.
Did they, because I have been I've gone for eye checkup, and they, you know, they use some of these equipments to check inside your eye and stuff. And I went for some time. I was feeling, you know, some of this light sensitivity and all that. So I went and they used some of this equipment. I was like, your eye pressure is good. Your inside of your eye, the retina or whatever is good. So the doctor did not tell you that. Did he like say explicitly that your eyes are good?
Well, at that moment, he told me that after asking me some questions, he told me that what I need to do, you know, at that moment, I believe the condition, there was no cause for alarm. That was what I believe. There was no cause for alarm. So but the only thing he told me is that I should, maybe once in a year, I should go for checkup.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. You said you now stopped using your glasses. Why did you now stop?
Well, like I said, I believe that was the mistake or the blunder I committed, if I'm to put it that way. Yes, because like I said, if generally, there are some people, once they go to hospital or go to pharmacy to get some drugs, and maybe after first day, second day of taking that drugs, they feel that they are okay, they stopped.
They are aware.
Yes, they say no need of taking it. So for me, I kind of said no. This has taught me. Even when people tell me that they are sick, or okay, have you taken drugs? Say yes, I have taken drugs. I say okay, hope you finished. He say no, I didn't finish after taking that. I say no, finish that drug. Okay. Except if the drug is having another effect, which may prompt you to stop.
So you know there is also a downside of stopping medication and then going to finish it later. You have cancelled it.
Yeah.
If you have a dose for a number of days. And you skip one day, you have broken the chain. you have to start afresh,
fresh.
probably with even a different drug.
Yes.
Because I hear that most of these bacteria mutate.
For sure.
When you take a particular medicine, they get used to it. You take
For
it
sure.
again, it's not working.
Yes.
And that has been another problem we are suffering out here in Nigeria.
Yes.
Most of the antibiotics that they are bringing in are not really lasting the test of time.
Yes.
After a year or two, you discover that they are no longer effective.
Very correct.
So before he goes into the next question, I want to ask something. Did they tell you the root cause of this glaucoma? Like, what is the real cause of it? Because I know it built up from something that you didn't notice.
Well, when this whole thing became serious was late 2023. Yes, that was when I started having some complications, like my left eye, became a little blurry. I was having blurry vision, tearing.
Is it constant blurring or occasionally?
Occasionally, but at some point, it just broke down.
Like, this statement Nigerians say, everywhere blur. It just became constant blurry.
Yes. In fact, at the first stage, before I went to hospital, because I went to 3 different hospitals, I met 3 different doctors. Maybe
Eye doctors or not?
Yeah, no, eye doctors.
Okay.
Eye doctors. I was into laundry too. Then I was using bicycle for pickup and delivery. So, and I had to get glasses, not medicated now, because that my own was bad. So I needed to go and get another one, or the lens washed or something. So I was using a non-medicated glasses just to shield my eye. Because normally, when you are walking on the road, there are all these tiny flies that could enter into your eye. Talk more of when you are on motion, like either riding bicycle or motorcycle. So I was doing that on my own to protect my eye. But I didn't also know that that was also my bane. Because I also tell people, whenever you put on glasses, except sunshade, and it's just for a short period of time, whenever you're under the sun. But if you are not, I don't think it's not advisable. I'm not a professional, but from my experience and from what I've read and seen, it's not advised to put on glasses for a long time when that glass is unmedicated, because it could trigger something. So when this thing happened, I went to see a doctor. In fact, when the thing happened, a friend of mine encouraged me to go out to find solution. So I went to see, the first doctor told me, this is cataract.
Without any...
Yes, he told me that it has matured. That was what he told me. The second person too told me the same thing. In fact, he was even telling, do I eat granite? He started saying, I said, yes, of course I eat granite very well.
He didn't say granite is a cause of
I don't know.
Nigerians,
but that was what he asked me. He asked me some questions, just like they would do. He said, but the truth is that no drugs, no eye drop, nothing is surgery. Now, I went to the 3rd place. This 3rd place is a military hospital at Ikoyi in Lagos. They told me, in fact, they even told me that they could not see back of my eye. Because if they were able to see the back of my eye, they would be able to know exactly what is the problem as regards to how bad it has generated. But currently, I need to undergo surgery. And I was like, that means surgery then. And this psychological effect and the trauma, everything, I was like, wow. So this is it. I said, okay. So I summoned courage. I started making inquiries on where to do it. And a family friend of mine came up with a place, I wouldn't mention the name, somewhere in Imo State here, in Owerri here. And they said they are the best. It's a private hospital.
Why don't you want to mention the place? Is it that, are they good or...
No, according to what they said, they are good. But I wouldn't want to mention the name for a reason. Yes, because like I said, when I finally went there, in fact, I got back on 2nd of April from Lagos. I went straight to the hospital. I did everything required of me. That was even where I learned that if your BP is high, you won't be operated. and so many things, because they checked my sugar level, BP, and what have you, and if I have hepatitis and other, other relating illness. So after which I was good to go. Now they said we are going to have the surgery on the 7th of April. So,
surgery for cataract?
Yes.
Okay.
Surgery for cataract. So that was what happened. So, and I stayed back, and the next day, being 7th, after I went to stay with a priest friend of mine, on that 7th day, I went very early. So I got there, there were a lot of people with different eye diseases. So I guess I was one of the last people
to be operated on?
Yes, and it was just one person.
During the operation?
Yes.
Whoa.
So after the operation, we were taken to our ward.
Let's look at this operation. Like, were you like aware? Because sometimes now
no. They will inject you. They will inject you, and
to sleep.
No, you won't. You will be awake, but you won't feel much of the pains.
Did you feel any pain during?
I felt not much. In fact, it was not much noticeable. When I began to notice, when the drugs that was given to me or that was injected into me was fading away.
Okay.
That was when I felt the pain. But I could see what they were doing in the theater. And the thing there is that another irony of this is that they injected me just a little bit lower, yes, about up to, I think it was up to 2 or 3 before they could get it. And again, I also understood that when they are giving you such things, there must be some level of alcohol in your system. Yes.
They gave you alcohol too?
No, they didn't give me. Normally, I'm not an alcoholic, but I take.
Okay.
So yes, but that also will make you to, because there are some people, they may give that thing, they may go from there. Yes. So that's why they say little alcohol in your system is equally good, not much.
So after the surgery, what was like your experience? Your eye, what was your
yes, after the surgery, the next day they removed the bandage, because definitely they will bandage the eye. They removed the bandage and I could see, but not very clear.
With the left eye?
Yes, with the operated eye. I could see, but it was not clear. But they told us, of course, there were real things that you are supposed to avoid, like physical activities. Don't bend down, don't use shower, don't do strenuous activity, don't engage in physical discussion for long, and don't chew meat, things that I had. And the chairman of them all, don't put 1 on 0, don't have anything.
This is on a podcast.
Yes.
No knack.
All right, exactly. Don't engage in such.
Why did they say that?
Well, that's maybe, but exactly, something like that. At that moment, they said no.
They don't want strenuous.
Exactly, because it's strenuous, and even they want your husbands and wives, So honestly, so that was what happened, and we left. In fact, they gave us drugs and told us for 1 month we shouldn't engage in such, and also told us that we will come back for checkup after, I think, either 2 weeks or thereabout. And for me, where my priest friend stays, he's just a priest in residence. He is not in charge of the parish. So, and at that moment, there was little he could do as for my accommodation. So I said, if I go back to my place, I may be disturbed. Immediately, I called my second priest friend, who is in Omahia. I spoke with him. He said, well, you know where I stay. I stay in a priest formation house where priests are formed and things like that. That maybe because he knows the kind of person I am, that I should come. So I went to stay with him for 6 good weeks. Now, I was coming from Umahia in his place to Owerri for checkup. And at some point, he supports my TFE, you know. So I made sure that every instruction given, I obeyed to letter. I applied, because the drugs were many. The one you apply by 6, the one you apply by maybe 3 minutes interval, because they're up to 3 or 4 you apply in a day, by 1, by 6 p.m., by 8, by 10. So this, I ensured that I did exactly what I was told. So, but what shocked me was the day I was to test for my glasses. Though this is not the first glass I started with. The one I started with, I've dropped it, you know. So I have done everything, you know, and you know, the costs of medications, drugs, supplements, TFE, and even consultation fee. So it's excruciating. But I said, well, anything worth doing should be done well. I did that. I made sure. But what shocked me was that day, the person that was attending to me is their Oga, pata, you know, the chief medical director. Is a reverend sister. Is a hospital managed by reverend sisters, you know. So she was not on ground. So the next person was able to, you know, attend to me, and I left that day. So, but when I supposed to come and test for my glasses, like to fit it and know how it's, I discovered that I couldn't see with that one.
With the glasses, but without the glasses, were you seeing?
No. So that was where the whole thing, you know, the mystery started unraveling itself. I was like, okay, I was given some medications. When she came back, I came back again. They looked at it, you know, there was a kind, I entered the theater for the second time. In fact, this second time I entered, cost of it was running to 200,000. It's over 100.
Wait, I want to understand something. Why are they taking? Did they give you a reason for taking you into the
yes, the reason was that there was a medical term that it was called. I can't remember, but it was as a result. You know, after that time, I was doing my work. You know, doing things I was supposed to do. You know, nylon money. So maybe there was either infection or something on that particular eye. So that was what prompted that second entry.
Okay, so after the...
So after that, I was still applying the whole thing and things like that. And in fact, the shock of it all was that the thing, though when I went for the checkup, if I'm to put it that way, I was told too that there is a trace of glaucoma. So it's more or less now like managing it well. So I believe in the course of this treatment and other things, you know, the glaucoma set in. And that was what made it impossible. That was how I lost the eye. So, but that notwithstanding, because what even prompted or caused this was high pressure.
Glaucoma is high pressure.
In fact, I can tell you that I suffered a lot. The pains, the psychological effect,
let's look at this pain now. Let's look at this pain. How is the pain? Can you like make it more clear for people? Is it like, because when I did some research, it's like they say it's scratching,
of course, tearing, you know, as if there's sand in your eyes, you know.
But this itching, is it like occasionally or continuous?
Well, in some cases, is occasionally for you, not regularly. But for me, at some point, when that glaucoma set in, it became often, and this was as a result of high pressure. Because I can tell you, when you check my pressure now, I can still tell you that this eye that was operated, the pressure may be 19 or thereabout. Now, currently now, this one that I'm using may be 16 or thereabout. So you can still see that this one somehow is still high.
It's still high.
Now, but that time, this one reads up to 60.
Jesus.
Up to 60. So anybody that I tell will be like, what? Even they themselves, they were overwhelmed. They were shocked. In fact, nobody that, and you know how cost expensive these things are.
Now.
You know, so it was not easy for me. Talk more of, you know, people aiding me. So, but we started battling it. You know, I had to, if I was given drip, but it's a drip-like stuff, just to bring down the pressure. And at some point, after the drip, when I check the pressure, is in some cases the pressure may be 41. Then maybe after the drip, it will come down to maybe 27. You know, so that was what, in fact, what really caused all these things that it became complicated was as a result of high pressure.
Yeah, glaucoma is high pressure. Now,
This high pressure you're talking about, I'm still confused. Is it that the high pressure develops on its own, or because of the usage of your eye? Were you doing so many things that require your eye, or what?
No, the truth is that this high pressure associates with this disease, cataract and glaucoma. Those are the like the signs you'll be experiencing on a norm. Yes, it's part of it. There's nothing like, but what will equally at times, it's true, physical activities too could trigger or increase the pressure. But when you talk of when you have glaucoma or you're battling with cataract, somehow high pressure will be there.
okay, let me just throw more light on, because I've gone for eye checkup and all that. So I've also read, I did some research. There's this hole, there's this dot like in your eye, up and where they're like tear dots. So they are the things that remove excess tears from your eyes. Now, if it either gets blocked, when it gets blocked, your eye can no longer release or take back those tears. So your eye pressure will become much. We'll get a doctor to explain to us, but this is my research. Now, you mentioned you worked in a dusty environment and all that. So can you say that, can you correlate it to that is what caused this eye issue?
Well,
because a lot of people work in this environment. So are we going to say that they are at risk of this kind of condition?
Definitely they are. Yes, I can tell you for sure they are. Then secondly, background, family history.
Yes.
Like I said, when you go for checkups, they will ask you some questions depending on the illness or yes.
So for you,
family history. From my maternal side, yes, some of my uncles are battling eye challenge.
Not glaucoma or
maybe any of them. Yeah, even glaucoma. Yes. At some point, one of my uncle, before he died, was blind. Yeah. So I believe when you give such information to a doctor or to someone they will now trace it and know where it's coming from. But that notwithstanding, there are other things you could do that will predispose you to coming down with such disease. And just like you said, when this thing becomes obvious is when the optical nerves has been damaged.
Yeah. So glaucoma affects the optical nerves. And my doctor told me that if those things immediately they are gone, they cannot grow back, they cannot be repaired.
So this dust, was it sawdust?
Yes, like I said, poultry, somebody dealing with poultry farming.
How long
at
did
some
you
point,
do?
well, I spent close to 5 years close to 5 years. I used I used 6 months for the training, and then because the poultry started 2016, that was when I started working there. I left there 2021 after COVID. Yes, and then moved to cleaning services that I'm currently running.
All right, so I can see that one of your eyes is perfectly in good condition.
Yeah.
My question now is, how are you managing this one to see that it doesn't become like the other one?
Yes. Well, thank you very much. Like in a year before now, I used to go immediately after the post-surgery checkups. Used to be every 2 weeks. At times it was one week, but due to the cost, I reduced it to 2 weeks, at least in a month, twice. Then at some point, it became two times in a month, and then finally it became once in a month. So, but currently, I was in Umuahia at FMC Umuahia in the month of April to also check. The doctor I met there too told me that there is nothing they can do on that one. But the only thing is that I have to be managing the one that is good by going for regular checkups at least twice in a year, by also reducing my physical activities, things that could predispose the pressure to shoot up, and also supplements. There are supplements that you can use, and also eat healthy, like fruits and vegetable. Things.
Is it not this fruit and vegetable that they are injecting?
Well, the truth is that that's the funny thing.
They can give you glaucoma of the teeth. Glaucoma of the tongue.
That's the funny thing. But then you supplement it with supplements that are good, healthy supplements.
Can we pause and go back in time?
All right.
There was a time in this country whereby we didn't buy fruits in the market.
For sure.
Each compound had almost 3 to 4 different fruits organically grown.
Yeah.
What happened?
Well, the truth is that...
Is it housing by cutting all the trees?
It's part of it. It's urbanization, and it's very bad. That is why you can't compare a white man's land with ours. These are people we are, imitating, copying. These are people we are looking up to. But then, they do it more better. And for us, there's a Igbo proverb here that says, somebody who doesn't know how to use chewing stick, when you teach them how to use chewing stick and the type of, that any stick they see becomes a chewing stick. So in this case, we need to go back, because just like you said, in my compound, we used to have mango, we used to have shower shop, we used to have pear, we used to have, either 2 or more of this organic and healthy fruits in our house. Even at some point, you can't even finish eating them. You harvest and then take to market and sell. So they are cash crops.
Are they still surviving too?
I doubt. In fact, I can tell you in my own house, even the pear we have is only one that is outside the fence that is still surviving. But that one, I learned they have got it down. So, and I'm sure this is applicable to everybody. It's only at the backyard that I said, no. We must at least, if it's this, more vegetables and this. So we need to go back, because I can tell you for sure. And again, there is something they call ogiri in Igbo dialect. That thing replaces Maggi. That thing is very healthy. Most of our parents are not suffering the health challenges we are suffering today as a result of they were eating organic foods. Even the vegetable they want to, soup they want to, they go to their garden, they pluck it. The okra, the pepper, all these things. I'm telling, and also they trek some miles to farm, which is also a physical exercise.
Because I have been scared, to be frank with you, I don't eat fruit. Since I saw the genetically enhanced food, you cannot convince me to pick up a fruit in the market and eat. If I'm not seeing it on a tree and somebody plucked it, like one of my friends, when he goes home, he brings mango for the drink. That's what I eat. Say me, I will buy cucumber on it, because let's say something. The cucumber I ate as a 2005 was looking natural. The one being sold now look like a diddle.
No, seriously.
Is this a cucumber or diddle? What is this?
And even the watermelon.
How can you eat such?
A lot of things are happening. But let us go back to this eye condition. You mentioned some symptoms.
Yes.
A lot of Nigerians may be experiencing these symptoms. Can you describe these symptoms? What was the feeling like in your left eye?
Okay, well, definitely. But though the truth is that at some point in time, sands or dust may enter your eye. That still does not justify that you are down with either pterygium, cataract, or glaucoma. No, it could be after, because even the eye itself has a natural cleanser. I can tell you for sure that there are some, maybe in course of doing your work or so, dust or sand or something enter your eye, and you are trying to remove it by yourself, maybe trying to rub the eye or things like that. You discover that if you eventually sleep with that condition, I can tell you, when you wake up, you feel better. You will see some things at the corner of your eye. So that is to tell you that the eye itself. So when all those things are not there, have been damaged, then that is when it becomes obvious.
Now the blood. Okay, let's say now with your left eye, are you seeing clear? Is it blurry, or you're not seeing anything?
No, with the eye, with the operated eye, I can see.
Like you're not seeing.
No.
That's you're not. Is it dark? Is it dark or?
Yes, it is.
Wow.
Yeah.
I want to ask a question. Do you think before you were treated, you were better off with that eye, even with those symptoms?
That was what in fact, at some point, I told one of the people attending to me that, oh my goodness, if I knew, I would have left it that way. No, somebody said, no, that, because even that, it was obvious. People were telling me that I should go, that this is cataract, they will just remove it,
Yeah.
things like that. And because definitely I wasn't seeing, because it will cover the eyes.
Yeah, cloud cataract.
Yes.
Let me.
It's a
Because my
cloudy-
auntie had that
Yeah,
condition.
it's a kind of
one of my
cloudy
auntie in the
cover.
village. So she went to the hospital. I think in here was one hospital.
Yeah.
And she did her eye surgery. Today it's just a clouding of the lenses
Yes.
or something. And all that. You mentioned psychologically. How was it? Emotionally, psychologically. What was your
Because
mental?
your face changed.
Yeah.
The way people saw you
change.
The way you took yourself.
Exactly.
It affected you here more than even people were seeing. Because
very well.
it's a different case when a man is born with that
Yeah,
condition.
yeah,
So
yeah.
and when you have somebody
yes.
who have lived without this
Yes.
thing, you don't faji with her,
Yes.
you be sharp man,
Yes.
all of a sudden, boom.
Yeah, you see, the truth is that I was talking to one of my benefactor, whom maybe before we end this podcast, I will use that opportunity to appreciate those who have been there for me.
Okay.
So I was telling myself, Padre, to be honest with you, if not the kind of person I am, what I passed through in this last 3 years, somebody might take his life. He said yes. He agreed with me. He agreed with me because I can tell you for sure, before this, I was having the intention of, because then I was doing this cleaning services in my apartment. So I was saving up, to get a shop and start it. But when this is setting, I said, that is when somebody's house is on fire, you don't leave it and chase rats. You prioritize your thing. So I said, okay, let me first get myself first. So, and that was how the whole thing started. I used the money to start looking for solution and I was like, even when it was dawned on me that I'm going through the knife, if I'm to put it that way, I've gone under the knife. I was like, God, this I used to see people, this I used to hear from people. So finally, me, I said, well, there's no problem. I hope for the best. So finally, after it, I said, thank God. So when it became dawn on me that, I'm not going to be the same again, is when the thing has gotten to a stage that I was battling with pressure and the thing is not forthcoming. Even at some point, they told me that, I may not be able to see with this eye again. I said, okay. Man no die, man no rotten. Life goes on. That was when I began to appreciate more what God did in man, that every important organ in man's system comes in pair.
Yeah, two of it.
So I was like, I can be whatever I can do whatever I want to do, no matter what. I didn't want that mindset to creep into me, to cripple me to the extent of wanting to take my life.
Did that thought ever come?
Well, the truth is that, at some point it came, but I was like, this is not who I am. No. I am a motivator. I am somebody who encourages people. I am somebody who lifts. So I know who I am. So this cannot get to me.
So how did you battle that? Was it depression or?
Of course. Frustration leads to depression, and I was like, no, that I shouldn't. I now began to imagine myself, the plans I have for myself, things I want to do with my life, how I want to encourage people irrespective of their condition and things like that and what have you. Even somebody told me, a friend of mine whom we have never met, he's now in UK with his family. He told me that he's managing contents accounts for people, that I can equally start something like that with what has happened to my life, so that people will learn from it. That was what he was telling me. I said no. In fact, I've never wallowed in self-pity more than the way I did during this period. But I said I have to come out of it. Today, I can eat whatever I want to eat. I can go anywhere I want to go. Courtesy because I didn't give up. And it was as a result of my labor. So what I do, I set a plan. There is a way I have structured my work that I give myself time so that I'll be able to do, so that I will not be under any pressure whatsoever to meet up. He knows, for now, as I'm here now, my business place is under lock and key. So, but that does not mean that I've set everything. I've done what I'm supposed to do. When I get back, their work starts. So with that, I don't have any issue. But if it is, was I somehow frustrated or depressed? I was. That's the simple truth. But I didn't want to remain there, and I didn't want to allow this condition, because let me tell you, I was like, hey, I never marry you. This is another thing. No.
I don't want to see that question.
No, I'm telling you the truth. I said, hey, which gear? But I was like, come on, Chooks.
You're a handsome man.
You have always looked good. You have always, I know who you are. So even at that time, no, I said, no, it doesn't work. In fact, I was like, person way like you, where there for you, go there for you.
But wait, with this, how is your relationship with women? Are they like, what is your, are they like saying, this person way one of your
yes. Well, the truth is that it will always set in. In fact, let me tell you the truth. I met a lady. In course of conversation, I was like, I could see that skepticism reaching all over her face, withdrawn, not coming full. So I was like, tell me, what's your fear? I mean, tell me. She looked
where is this relationship?
Yes. I said, what's your fear? Because I made her to understand that for me, it's marriage. Because somebody who has, sorry to even digress, by Friday, I'll be celebrating my birthday. And that's a plus. Okay. Happy birthday, thank you in advance. Yes. So I was like, so by Friday, I'll be +1 to my age. So I'm not getting any younger. So I know what I'm doing. So whatever I'm doing with you, I should know where it's leading to. And that is why. So tell me what. She was like, no, talk. Feel free. Tell me. She now opened up. That's what she said. She said, guys always say, I'm here for you, don't run, this and that. That she's afraid that I might get her pregnant and abscond or deny it. I said, me? I said, no, that's not me. In fact, I'll even be happy. I said, let me tell you, let me not shock. If any girl tells me that she's pregnant, in fact, I wouldn't tell her that I'm even regretting that I didn't have children now. No, that she was like, I said, yes. If I knew that this thing would be like this, I would have had kids. And then I knew, of course, right from the university, right from the NYSC. I mean, in fact, the NYSC was that night we had the campfire night, where bonfire night, where everybody were free to cook, do everything. The soup that was presented as one of the competition we did, I prepared it. The guest was like, in fact, why I ran away from one of them was she was a married woman. Yes, to be honest with you, she was all over. In fact, if I go to my archive, I could see our picture together. You understand? So even after that, even when I was serving and things like that, so they were there, but I said no, that I want to marry the normal way.
Before giving.
Yes, but I never knew that when you are taking another one, Nigeria economy and life and everything, So, but I'm not regretting it. Yes, I'm not. So I told her that I will not do that. She said, that's how. I said, no, I will not do that. I said, at my age, exposure and everything, I won't do that. She asked, I said, okay, what's the next? You know what she said? She said, you told me you can't see with this eye. I said, yes. He said, what about the other one? I said, the other one is okay.
How she they see her when she
no, that's woman for you.
Yes.
So she was like, I said, no. I said, I'm not trying to convince you, but I'm telling you what I know. I said, listen, normally, what am I going to be doing? Definitely, if you are with me, you're going to ensure that I keep up to my checkups. At least in a year, I must go twice. Secondly, by supplements. And thirdly, there are some limits of things I could do. So I believe if I could keep up with this, I'm good to go. Now, I made her to understand that, listen, physical appearances, like as a woman, you having front, having back, tall, maybe facially beautiful, and a guy this and that. I said, those things are good, but they are not the main thing. Because accident could happen and those things are gone. Now, will that your partner still be there? So it is somebody who has good soul. So it goes beyond having being physical fine and things like that. So it goes beyond that. So I believe that is
that relationship, you know what?
No. The one that asked me this question, we're still there.
Okay, we're still there. But let me explore something. You were talking about children and all that, and you also mentioned that your family has a history of blindness and some eye issues.
Yes.
Don't you feel that?
That's my maternal.
Yes, your maternal home. If you give birth, do you think your children will, you know, like he said, there has a history of family members getting issue of? Don't you think you'll be putting your children at risk?
Well, the truth is that, like I said, they say prevention is better than cure. A lot of people, in fact, I'm one of these people that, why do I need to go to hospital when I'm okay? At least if I have it, I'll go to pharmacy, get drugs. But as time goes on, I began to understand that no, that is not it. Given with the level of fruits we eat now, these are chemically induced things, which does not, because normally all these natural fruits and things
should heal.
Yes, help us. But since they are not there, there is every need. Because all these things are like sleeping. They're like they're sleeping. They are there. Not that they are not there. But what triggers them or makes them to come to life is your lifestyle and attitude. So I believe for myself, I believe that at least whether you have eye issue or not, make sure at least in a year you visit hospital, your eye hospital, to check. Then if you have, like me, at least twice. Because the truth is that is expensive, no doubt about it. And this is where government should help.
Yeah, I want to say something. You get people when really they suffer this eye issue. But then, once any small thing just do them for eye, they're in the hospital. Any small shaking, they're in the hospital. Because sometimes, like me, I know I suffered eye problems when I was young. But I intentionally said, I will not use the doctor, I will not use glasses. Wow. With that same eye, I finished secondary school, finished university. As I finished university, the eye they reset. I didn't wear any glasses. My eye got good till today.
What was it feeling like? Was it blurry?
It was not blurry, but I, sometimes get so stressed, my eye will be paining me and all that. They say stress, I will go sleep.
With phone and screen.
All those things, this is the same issue that I saw most people go to hospital to put on glasses.
For sure, yes.
I believe that some people destroy their eyesight.
Yes.
Thinking that they are trying to treat, because you cannot treat what is not there. It just be like this small thing where they do me for eye now. I saw a doctor friend of mine approach me and say he wants to operate it. I nearly get issue with her. I say, I say what? I say, Oga, this thing is a very small thing now. It never grow. So say you don't grow, cover half. I understand you. This is just small. How can you be talking of operation? And inside the operation for this small thing, he was giving me 50-50. That I may lose my eye. I nearly chala and waka.
There's a lot of medical negligence in our medical sector. Yes. A lot of people, they go into the hospital and they carry them as dead bodies. It's an unfortunate situation. But Mr. Chuks, now we have talked about your relationship with the other gender, but among people, because there are a lot of people going through this. Even there's a driver in the bus I entered. He had this thing. I wondered how he is managing. So what of your interaction with other the public? Is there like people excluding you or anything? Is there like people being too conscious of you or something? Or have you been disappointed or rejected for any opportunity sake of your eye condition?
Well, not that I know of, but there are opportunities that I cannot take. Even if I'm qualified, especially military or any armed forces stuff. Yes, because some of them, I believe one of their criteria might be physically fit. If you have any leg injury or something, or maybe sight, all those things might naturally disqualify you.
Exclude you from.
No, definitely, yes.
But can you drive?
Of course. Yes. So apart from that, I don't think any of that. And again, it's just that before now, a year ago or thereabout, it wasn't like this, because it's only when you are looking at me now that you know that I have eye defect. Before now, it was not like this, and it's only when I tell you that I can't see with this, you will not know.
Oh, it was like the other one.
Yes.
Wow.
So that is to tell you.
What led to it coloring? Is it
Well, like I said, glaucoma has set in fully.
Oh.
Yes. So, and again, why it became that, in fact, I forgot to say this, you know, I was telling my friends that if I had the opportunity to do this abroad, this will not be where it is now.
Yeah.
I'm saying
Yes.
it without missing words.
Yes, obviously.
If I had the opportunity to have this surgery abroad, I would have been seen with the sight.
Are you saying that the people that operated on it did not?
Well, I wouldn't say that exactly, because they themselves, they must have tried their possible best or what they know. But definitely, in as much as I'm not downplaying our medical experts here that they are not good, they are good. In fact, they are good, because I can tell you that even some of the people that did this thing with me, they too also had their own done well. You understand? But the thing I want to say is that we were more than 20, if I'm not mistaken, that day. For me, that's what I'm saying. For me, in that large number, what I expected them to do, especially the chief surgeon, is to at least in a day take maybe 5 and then reschedule it, because take it or leave it is exhausting. That's why I said if it were there abroad, because if they have that number, a white man surgeon, you know, or those there will give you appointment that you might be surprised that you are the only, maybe you or another person, maybe 2 or 3 persons for the whole day, and then others will come back. But here we want to do everything at what to cut costs, because definitely they want diesel, other things associated, so they want to kind of. So like I said, I believe as a result I was one of the last.
So wait, are you saying that your eye condition started as cataract, but due to medical negligence it graduated to
no. Everybody who has cataract, there is tendency of coming down to glaucoma, because they are interwoven. There is similarity between them. And also, remember when I was saying ab initio that it was when the thing became obvious that, in fact, the thing happened suddenly. That was why today I'm dumbfounded. But like I said, I say all glory to God.
So you get one point where you make, where I want to dissect a little bit before you go take the opportunity to thank those people.
Thank you.
Where you want thank. I feel that there is no hospitals that should perform surgery with one particular doctor more than 2 patients a day. And due to the number of patients, it will fatigue.
Of course,
will run in. Yes. Mistake is bound to happen.
Yes.
All these things come from our systems, where we have less professionals in the country, and a lot of them, they travel abroad. They say Canada don't come out, always our health practitioner, Canada don't collect everything finished. A few days here with the few Olodo uprising that is coming, because with JAM dropping the score and WAEC dropping everything, we are going to have more illiterate becoming doctors. So I beg, use this opportunity, thank those people that helped you in those difficult moments.
All right, thank you very much once again. I've been waiting to do this long time ago, but now I just want to say thank you to my immediate family, my late dad, may his gentle soul rest in peace, mother, my brothers and sisters, my Adanne. I want to thank you very much. To my benefactors, Reverend Father Wilfred Nwachukwu, who equally doubles as the Education Director of Owura Diocese, Catholic Diocese, and also the Chairman, National Directors Association in Nigeria, and also the Parish Priest of St. Mary's Subomri. He has been wonderful, I can tell you. Right, although this is a relationship spanning close to 15 years, if not more than. So he has been just like another brother, a mentor, a benefactor, everything. In fact, every step of my life. But he's even why I relocated down here You know, I wonder how it could have been, having spent all my money in surgery, and restarting again, because at that time I restarted my life again. And he has always been there. I want to say thank you. And also my priest friend too, Reverend Father Onyekwere Jude Noruga. Also, thank you. The one I stayed in his place for 6 weeks, and he has kept on keeping in touch. I want to say thank you, Godwin Ako, John Bosco Ezelube. I want to say thank you, Dr. Henry Ameze. I want to say thank you, Chidozie Obinna. I want to say thank you. And without missing the doctor too, who operated me, Dr. Christiana Ubaka. I want to also say thank you, and all the staff of your staffs, and all my good friends who have reached out to me in one way or the other. Definitely, I cannot mention everybody. These are just the few that I have remembered. But I just want to say that your efforts weren't in vain. If not because of your efforts, I believe it would have been more difficult for me. Thank you very much.
Okay. Okay. Let's for the people who are experiencing this, what is your message for them? People contemplating, they are frustrated, they are depressed, they are thinking, no go fit see with this eye. I'm going through glaucoma, I'm going through cataract, I'm going through one serious eye condition. What is your message to them?
Well, my message to them is don't keep quiet. Yes, because it was somebody who, because I'm this type of person, I don't like disturbing people. But when I told this friend of mine, he said, no, tell anybody you can. And before I forgot my department people, University of Lagos. I want to say thank you, led by Uchen Nambochi. I want to say thank you. In fact, these people, they are my classmates. They raised the initial payment for this surgery.
Wow.
I'm telling you. So I want to thank you people. Honestly. Then, so like I said,
wait, sorry. Can you estimate how much you used to go to?
Well, that time,
a rough estimate.
Well, both
plus minus
pre-surgery or post-surgery,
everything.
Well, if you check pre and post-surgery, it was closing to $1 million.
All right. That's
okay. Nigerians, please, like he said, even though you're not feeling anything, go and check your eyes. Go to an eye doctor. Don't go to the pharmacy. If your eye is disturbing you, you can't look at the bulb, you can't look at the sun. Go and check your eyes and ensure that you follow whatever the doctor tells you. A professional, that is an optometrist and everything. And ensure that you take care of your eyes. For those who are working in poultry, no fear. But please, as you're working, take your safety, very well.
And infected fowl. Infected fowl.
All those people working in high-risk area, painters and chemical people who handle chemicals, please. Because if your eye gets issue, life don't they play you. Normally in Nigerian, life don't they play you 1-0. Your eye can't get issue now. So please, we are calling on also the government to provide support for people like this. Ensure that eye issues, the awareness is, people are getting aware about it. So we are going to see you on the next one. Like we promised you, we are going to be bringing you exciting and educative and informative content. See you on the next one. Ranka Dede.